Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on my latest episode. So what I wanted to show everybody today is how to modify your factory air intake to look and sound like an aftermarket and work like an aftermarket air intake, as well as allowing you to hear your blow-off valve. Any kind of free modification I could do to a car I enjoy doing, so I'm going to show everybody how to do it today. I'm also going to start the car up and let you hear it before, let you hear it after, and then I'm going to take it on a drive so you can hear what it's like while you're driving. Okay, so obviously that was the before, and what I'm going to do is show you how to modify the intake now. Okay, so what you're going to do first is pull out your mass airflow sensor connector. You want to pull this intake duct off. And then you want to pull this intake duct off as well. Now you're going to want to pull all of the screws that are around the outside of the intake. It's probably easier if you pull it out. Okay, now what you're going to find is this is how the factory air filter sits. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the mass airflow sensor harness connector off. There's a little bracket right here. You're going to plug your mass airflow sensor in. And then you're going to lay this back in place. And you want to tighten your elbow up. Now that right there will allow you to start hearing your blow-off valve, and it will start working as a cold air intake, so I want you to hear it. Now that right there is the free modification. The other thing I want to do is make it look a little nicer. So I decided to go out and get a filter that's going to fit. I'm going to set you guys back up and show you what to do. I decided to go out and get an aftermarket cone filter. This will allow the intake to breathe better, as well as it looks nicer. Make sure you get the one that has adapters. Most of these aftermarket filters have 3 adapters. This is obviously the first adapter to use, and it fits perfectly on the intake. I just remembered a way to get this filter out is just squeeze these tabs and slide it up, and then it comes right out. And then what I'm going to do is slide this filter on and tighten it up. I like the way that looks, and again, this is obviously a cheap mod or a free mod. If you decide not to do the filter, it's a free mod. If you put the filter in to make it look nicer, it's obviously a cheap mod. You can pick up one of those filters for anywhere from $15 to $50, depending on if you go with a, you know, an AutoZone brand or like a K&N brand. what I'm going to do now is I'll take you guys for a spin so you can hear what it sounds like while you're driving. Again, it's going to sound the same whether you use that filter or not. However, I just like the way it looks. Okay, here we are in the car. So I filmed this portion of the video like 3 or 4 times. I had a really hard time getting a camera to be able to pick up what's going on under the hood. I could hear what's going on fine, but the camera just couldn't hear the blow-off valve. I'm going to try and keep quiet now so you can listen. So I pulled over for a minute so I can explain why I did this modification to the car. This modification is for somebody who doesn't want to go out and spend $1,000 on a cold air intake and a tune. If you're just after sound and you want to have a little bit of an extra enjoyment out of the car, that's what this is for. Can you pick up extra power doing this? Yeah, any kind of extra airflow will give you more power with a tune. But at least this way, you know, you could see what the cold air intake would have done for you, and if you didn't like it, you just throw the cover back on the bottom and you're done. You're good to go. Or you can just enjoy this every once in a while. I obviously tinker with a lot of cars. If you watch my channel, you see that I'm always playing with something different. It's just what I do. I like to tinker. I have a lot of cars that I work on. Right now I'm working on a big turbo swap on a Jetta. They call it the KO4. It's not really much bigger, but it is bigger than stock. And then I'm going to be doing a V8 swap Miata that's coming soon as well. So thanks again, everybody, and please keep commenting. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the feedback, and thanks again. Have a nice day, everybody.